Good morning all. Today we are going to learn access specifiers in C++. Okay. Already we have started yesterday what is a class, what is an object, and how we can use this class and objects. Means what are the data members and what is a member function. Okay. Today we are going to learn that is a access specifiers. Now what is access specifier? So access specifier or access modifiers are used to implement an important feature of object-oriented programming known as data hiding. As we have seen, the basic features of this C++ is data hiding. Okay, so if you want to make data hiding in C++, we have to use this access specifiers. Already you have used public and private access specifiers. Now it sets some restrictions on the class members not to get directly accessed by outside functions. So how they can do the data hiding? To make a data hiding, what they will do, they will bring some restrictions on the class members, that who can use the member function or who cannot use the member function. So in this way access specifiers set some restrictions. Now how they can make a restrictions, that we will see. First of all, see what are the types of access specifiers. There are mainly three access specifiers. The first is public, private and protected. Okay. Now let us see what is public access specifier. What it does. All the class members declared under the public will be available to everyone. Means, as the name suggests here, public means whatever the data members or data functions declare here as a public, then that data members or that member functions can be used by anyone. Okay, the data members and member functions declared public can be accessed by other classes too. Means not only that particular class, the other than that class also they can use the data members and member functions which are declared as public. The public members of a class can be accessed from anywhere in the program using the direct member access operator, that is a dot operator. Now this we will learn afterwards how we can use a dot operator. But if you want to access the data members and member functions which are declared as public, we have to use dot and object name of that class. In this way we can access the public members and public member functions. Okay, now let us see one example of this. Now here I have given one example. Now in this example, if you will see, what is the class name is circle, and here it is written of opening bracket. Now all of you know how we can write a class, what is the syntax of the class. Here which access specifier we have written, public. After that we have to write the colon, it's a syntax. Okay, now which are the data members here? Double radius. Double radius means radius is a data member, its a data type is double. And what is a member function here? Compute area. Okay, it's a data type also double. Now here see, we have written return 3.14 into, that is a pi, radius into radius. Now here we have declared this inside the class only. Are you getting this? Inside the class. That's why there is not necessary that we have to use your object name. We can use it directly because it is declared as public. Okay, so keep in mind, if we used public access specifier, then that data member and member function is accessible by any class. Okay, now the next is private access specifiers. Now the class member declared as private can be accessed only by the function inside the class. What is given here? Only by the functions inside the class. Means outside the class, those classes are declared, they are not allowed to use private members. They are not allowed to be accessed directly by any object or function outside the class. So only that class can access the private members. Only the member function are allowed to access the private data members of a class. How it is? See, it is given here. And one more thing is that if you will not specify any access specifier, then by default all the data members and member function will be of which access specifier? Private. By default there is a private. Now here it is given private double radius. Radius is made as a private. Okay. Now in this public we have declared compute area. Now this compute area, it is a member function of circle class only. So what we have learned? Private data members can be accessed by member function of same class. Compute area is a member function of circle class only. So here we have used here radius into radius. Directly we have allowed because this is inside the class. See, you can see this is inside the class. Because semicolon is given after the compute area completed. So this is a private data member can be accessed by member function of same class. Okay. Now the next is protected access specifier. Okay, this protected access specifiers we will use during the inheritance chapter. Just you see what is actually protected means. Protected access modifier is similar to that of private access modifiers. It's a similar. Means what? They will also not allow to access the private members. But what is the difference? The difference is that class member declared as protected are inaccessible outside the class. Outside the class they cannot be used. But they can be accessed by any subclass of that class. So what I said, we will use this protected in inheritance chapter. Because what is the inheritance? Creating a new class from the existing one. We have learned base class, derived class. Okay. So if the data member is declared as protected, then that data member or that member function cannot be accessed by outside of the class, but subclass or derived class of the same class can be accessed that data members or member function. Okay, this is protected access specifier. Now what is the example of this? Class parent. Here see protected, of how we should write protected semicolon. Which is the protected data member here? Integer id protected. Id protected, it is a data member which is declared as protected. Okay, see here in this diagram you will have a clear idea about this. Public data members or member function can be accessible to outside world. Protected members cannot be accessible to derived class, can be accessible to the derived class. Okay, means during the inheritance we can access it. And private data members not accessible outside the class. At any cost they will not allow to access the data members or member function outside the class. Okay, so this is about the access specifier which we have to use now while we have starting the writing the programs. At that time we have to use public, private, and while we are using inheritance, at that time we will use what? Protected access specifier. Okay, so I think all of you go through this video. If you have any queries, you can chat with me. Okay, thank you.